Still below the ground, but in a different country now, we pass through a service and transportation tunnel of a sewage treatment plant that's been in operation for about 10 years. Sewage is brought here from the whole of northern Stockholm through tunnels. Here it's gradually cleaned in a series of large basins like these. Here the fumes of dynamite and the exhaust from huge diesel engines are replaced by the smell of you know what. Finally, this is achieved. Clear water, which can be released anywhere, in broad daylight. A massive effort of sewage treatment started about 10 years ago in Stockholm and has made possible the removal of no swimming signs from all around the waters of the Swedish capital. We're in trouble again. When the garbage collectors are not on strike, we're usually spared stinking streets, rats in our gutters, and the spreading of germs. But even when the system is working properly, the arrangement is not all that satisfactory. The job is very tough, maybe too tough. In Stockholm, for example, only one garbage collector has managed to stay on the job until the retirement age of 65. But the even greater and growing problem is, what is going to happen to all the refuse, which has to be deposited somewhere? Here's an alternative that may have a financial future. At a certain time, large fans are started, creating a vacuum which, when the valve is opened, transports the refuse through tubes underground to a grinder. When the stuff has been ground into shreds, the process continues, separating out the different ingredients in this varied mixture. Tin cans and rigid plastics are slung out first. Then the ferrous metals are removed by a powerful magnet for recycling. Material suitable for composting goes to be processed by advanced machinery. The remainder, paper and small amounts of plastic, is transported to a heat press that presses the waste into small, burnable pellets. Now, imagine that these pellets pass on into a furnace in this large subsurface heating central. The resulting heat is then conducted by underground pipes to the households throughout the entire area. Another project is underway in an average-sized Swedish town where the burning of refuse will be used to heat a large subsurface reservoir of water planned for a capacity of 50,000 cubic meters. Surplus heat from industry, as well as heat from experiments with solar and wind power, will be added. Then the water will be circulated to heat the dwellings of the entire town. Just to give you an idea, here's the size of an equivalent tank if placed above ground. In this case, the rock was not chosen for practical or economic reasons. As for the atmosphere, well, judge for yourself.
If you pay attention to the man-made part alone, what you can see around you is only wood and glass. If you let the message of the rock of ages pass. So sit and listen what the rock has to say. Surely it will have a meaning for your life today. It will ask on what foundation is your fortress built. It will ask you, did you ever realize your guilt?
Nuclear power. A source of energy causing great unrest and anxiety today. Now our friend seems to need to get rid of some personal surplus energy. The only thing is that he's taking a walk on top of a nuclear reactor, situated inside the rock. This is one of the first reactors in Sweden and is no longer in use. But the question is, would this view create as much emotional reaction as this view is giving rise to?
Run to the rock.
The last words about nuclear reactors, to be or not to be, have not been said yet. New, sophisticated, and safer solutions are to be found in the rock, divided into a number of caverns connected via tunnels. The ventilation system with stone beds will have a filtering effect, and any possible radioactive leakage will be reduced and spread over a long time. The blasting of this big cavern was a very difficult task because of all the buildings on top of it, but thanks to sophisticated geological surveys, the work was carried out without damaging any of the surrounding structures. What's it for? Well, here's a clue.